welcome, welcome. I'm Dee, and this is the Unguided Life, where I am taking it one day at a time, bringing you guys along for the journey to hold me accountable as I budget my way through life. We need to set up our March budget. Yes, the second month of the year is coming to a close, and it seems like it's moving mighty fast, y'all. But we say that every year, and we know that it's not, but it feels like it. It is a lot of things going on in March. March is going to be tight. Butt cheeks tight. Things are in this last week or so have just been happening and happening and happening. So, as a good faith and something that I'm going to start doing is because I drink a lot of tea. Specifically, I drink yogi tea. And they always have these different sayings or quotes that they put on their tags. I'm going to say them, okay? And each time I do a video to bring the good vibes into the video, I am going to take out one of the sayings. So this one says, inner peace creates peace in the world. Okay. So this speaks to me because when internally it's chaotic, I wreak havoc. Okay? So I can definitely understand that I need to be centered, and we're working on it. We're working on that professionally. So thank you, Yogi, for that. So here is my monthly budget overview worksheet, as well as my monthly budget overview detail sheet. But what we're going to do first, okay, and everything's falling. We fall down, but we get up. Okay, so we have our happy planner. This is the one I'm using for my budget. And we're going to flip to March. And I have it already set up here. Hope you can see it. So this is the Lucky, maybe it's called the Lucky Charms. And I'll put it here. This is from Jennifer Bleacher with Life in Envelopes. This is her layout for March, or one of them. And I believe this is from Megan with her Courage to Plan. These came with the kit. So the kit came with the thick washies. I bought the budget kit. So it came with this thick washi. It came with the days of the weeks and the, I don't know what to call these. We're going to call them tags. I don't know. The little backgrounds, as well as date dots. So they came in date dots in gold, and then you have the simple date dots, which were black and white. So I've already set this up. So we got that out the way, and I put white out on some boxes that had holidays, because the holidays don't correlate with this. And usually I cover them up anyway, but I decided to use whiteout, and then we'll use this. So March budget starts February 25th, and it goes all the way to March 24th, okay? So we're going to be paying all the bills in all the land, okay? So for credit card number 2, it's going to be on the 25th. Then we have stars, and that is on the 25th as well. The internet is on the 25th. I feel like the internet's not on the 25th, but then I also feel like the internet is on the 25th. No. The internet is actually on the 28th. I'm like, I know it's not all the same. And then we have our student loans. Nothing changed about that. So this is student loan D, federally backed loans. We have our rent. This is the first month I'll be paying $800. And there has been a recurring theme of bills going up in the month of March. This time we're not going to forget about our gym membership, and that's due on the 6th. Then we have Netflix is due on the 8th. Then we have life insurance, and that is due on the 9th. Then we have credit card number 1, and we're going to pay the unbudgeted balance that we talked about on week 3. We're not going to make any unbudgeted charges anymore, and we're going to just pay the unbudgeted amount. And this is due on the 11th. Then we have car note. So the car note we're going to pay on the 11th. I pay it every 28th day, regardless when it's due, which is actually due on the 22nd, but we pay it that day to stay in the same rotation we were at before. Credit card number 4 is due on the 13th. No change there. We have storage, and storage is due on the 13th. And I forgot to say, these are the trackers, or the expense trackers from Her Courage Plan with Megan. I love them. And then we have the water bill. It's $39. I haven't heard the toilet running, so I'm not really sure why it's $39 versus the $30, but I'll pay attention a little bit more. But it is due on the 14th. The cable is due on the 14th as well. Phone bill. The phone bill is due on the 15th. Now, I haven't received notification. It was due on the 15th last month, so it's going to be due on the 15th this month. Hulu is due on the 17th. Then we have auto insurance. Auto insurance has gone up. It's not because of any tickets or claims. They just says that everybody's in all the land of North Carolina has gone up. So mine have gone up $50. Oh, y'all. And I tried to do everything. And in my state, even though Papa's not physically like here because he's away at school and he doesn't drive as much and he doesn't come home as much, the state will not allow for me to remove him because he is a licensed driver within my household. So unless he get his own policy, they're going to tack him on to my policy. So yeah, I'm like, can you take him off? And he was like, yeah, let me see if I can take him off. And he was like, uh-oh, I can't. I remember, we can do something like that if you were in South Carolina, but not in North Carolina. So I'm stuck with that. So then we have giving. Though I am in debt and paying debt, giving is important to me, okay? Tithing is important to me. And that's what's up. So I give each time I know money is coming in. And then so here's money. And I don't have my payday stickers because I get paid on the 25th and on the 11th, on the 1st, and then on the 11th. So later on, I'll get those little stickers and you'll see a picture where you'll see my paydays, but I forgot. So I got to remember put giving on the 1st. And then the miscellaneous, I can't remember what day it's on. So we're going to throw it. No, we're not going to put it right there. We're going to put it right underneath it. Okay. So that is that. So this is the calendar set up at this present time here. Like I said, let's see. And then we have to put just this month or to-dos. And I just write what I need to write. And I set up my dashboard. And this is how it looks before I do anything. The reason why I don't show this after is because I put personal information on here when I am completing this setup. So hopefully you can see everything in here. This is my March calendar setup. So we're going to close this out and we're going to move this out the way and we're going to get to our budget sheets. Okay, so let's set up for that. All right, so we are all set up. So this is the monthly budget overview sheet. This time I did remember to get my monthly stickers. And this is the one I use for my category view. This is from Her Courage Plan. So I'm just going to sit that right there in the middle, or sort of in the middle. And that's that. So we don't fill out this until we talk a little bit more about this, which is the monthly budget overview detail view, and I use the months font with the Jen Plans font from Life in Envelopes here. And hopefully I can put this on. I always put them on Cricut, take them off. But yeah, that looks good. So let's talk about monthly goals. I feel like when you set up your budget, you need to set up your monthly goals. You need to know exactly what you're going to do and what you plan to do. And I tried to pick one goal that's centered around my annual goals, one centered around some month, like what I need to do within a month, and then a task that requires me to, I would say, either evaluate my budget and or more so evaluate my budget or my finances in general. So first thing first is March creeped up on me and I realized a couple things. The first thing I realized is everybody filing their taxes already. And I'm like, am I behind on the game? Now, I'm never in a rush to do any anymore because I've always owe federal or state. We can't figure it out. We thought we can figure it out, but each year I find out it's not figured out. Unless they want me to send them all my money in my check. And I feel like that's what they want me to do because I just can't get an upper hand. Somehow I end up owing, and yeah, that's where we're at. So first thing first, I do definitely need to file my taxes. Now I have gathered all of the important documents and I have compiled them. So we're good with that. I just need to dot my I and cross my T's. And this year I'm going to take a hand in actually doing it myself versus going to my CPA. What I'm going to do is if I feel overwhelmed, I'm going to reach out to her and pay. But for right now, I'm going to dig my hand into the preparing steps and see how that goes. Okay. The second thing that I need to do is my internet. The internet promotion is ending. So I need to call the internet company and I need to be like, yo, can I still get that promo? And if they say no, then I need to go to somebody else. Okay. I need to go. Okay. So let's call the internet provider about promo. Okay. The last thing I'm doing, it is so much going on with my finances right now that one, I realized that I honestly need to, what is a good word? I don't think I'll be able to put as much to debt. So I need to come up with a better plan with how I'm going to pay this down. I really have not been feeling like doing any side gigs at all, like outside. So I really need to amp my game up when it comes to this because I need to be able to be monetized. And in the past, I'm like, oh, that's not my plan. I just want to find some accountability partners and I'll be okay. And I'm like, y'all, I'm a little bit tired and there has been some changes. First thing is this month I did start a new position. So I did what I would consider a lateral move, but it did come with extra responsibilities. It definitely correlates with that, but I'm out of a different sector of the company. And so I'm still with the same company, but I'm in a different sector. And yeah, and so it's a lot mentally, taking in a lot, organizing a lot. It'll be a lot of off time work being done. Yeah. Okay. So that's should be good news, but I do not take good news well. I don't process it well. And so I'm working through that, but I'm trying to adjust to this job and y'all, it's draining me. Like training is draining me. Like when I say my brain is mush, my brain is mush. I've been trying to go to the gym as an outlet to help me, but the gym is like, whatever, girl. You can run all you want to on this treadmill, but when you get off, guess what? You still got to train. So, I still want to stay on task with paying off this vehicle. So we did at least one thing, is getting that lower interest rate, and I'm seeing the, the upside to that, but we still need to put extra. So let's put additional, and I'm just gonna abbreviate. Put additional $250 towards car loan. Okay, that's where we at. That's where we at with that. Now, where that $250 gonna come from, y'all? Sis don't know. Sis looked at this budget and was like, girl, where it's gonna come from? Sis did make a mistake here. She put a comma. She needed to put a period. We fixed that. So let's talk about a couple things. What I'm expected. Always, I base my paycheck and what I receive from my employer on the minimum. I haven't factored in the changes in my pay nor any bonuses that's coming around. I haven't considered that. So we're going to stick with the $1,600. And I'm only going to get 2 paychecks from my employer. So we're going to do $1,600 twice. And then we have the stipend. I get that once a month, and that's going to be $153. So that is $3,353. Now with savings, I honestly need to put money towards savings, and I'll tell you why, but I'm not going to do it at this present time. I don't know why I'm saying this. See, I told you brand is much. I don't have to pull anything out of my savings for this budget. Now for rollover, we don't account for rollover in the beginning. For bonus, I know there's money coming in, but I don't know how much, and I don't account for it in the beginning. So we're going to put 0 here. And so this is what we're going to be working with. All right. So we already talked about the finances. I know when I was setting up the calendar, you may or may not notice that something was missing. Electric. I have a star and it's 0. And you say, okay, then you did it again. You got a credit. It's applied to your bill. You're right. I got a credit. I got a credit because I paid my electric bill twice this month. I'm such an idiot. So, long story short, on the 11th of this month, I scheduled for my electric bill to be taken out when it was due. Okay, it was due on the 15th, I believe. Maybe the 14th or the 15th, something like that. When I'm gonna say it was the 15th, maybe the 14th. I can't remember what day it was, but whatever day it was, I scheduled for it. And then when I realized that I didn't get an email saying thank you for your payment from Duke, I went on Duke and paid the bill. Okay. Then the next day, I received notification about the bill being generated for March, and it had 0 on it. And then in a small little notation that said -88. And I said, what? So then when I went back onto Duke website, that payment for the February bill was there, as well as the payment I made the day before. Okay? Because when I went this on the second time to Duke website, the payment that I scheduled was not listed there. It usually alerts you when you go and try to make a payment when another payment is there that you have one scheduled. It did not. So I made 2 payments, and they were so happy to say it's nothing they can do about it. Thank you for your payment for March. See you in April. So that's why I have no payment for March, because it's already paid for. And I was going to work on, because I took this out of my savings, so I wanted to put it back, but it's just not in my budget to put it back. After I calculated everything, and it totaled $2,465. So let's go ahead and minus that. That leaves me what, $888. When it comes to the envelope system, it's some things that I have to get done. And so for the envelope system, I am going to put $550. Then for sinking funds, $300 still at the minimum. I'm not going to put anything to savings and nothing to the checking buffer. So 3353 minus 2465 minus 550 minus 300, that leaves me with $38. And that's what I'm going to throw to debt. Okay, if that was the minimum I was bringing in. So we have $3,353 minus, and we're just going to add all that back up, and we're going to see where we at. I don't know what I did. My mind was all everywhere. Okay, $3,353. So every dollar that came in equals every dollar that's going out or has an assignment. So we're good to go with that. So let's go back over to our March monthly budget overview. This is the high level overview. Since it's March, we're going to do green. So we're going to put here the budget amount of $3,353. I'm just going to put that here because we already know that. That's the known. We won't count for any of that. And then we go into giving. So giving from our worksheet shows $335. Then for savings, nothing. For housing, so for housing, we're going to put a total of $895. And housing consists of course, house. We have our water bill at $39. We don't have electricity. We have our cable, which is $11. And we have the internet, which is $45. So that's where we're at. With insurance, we have our auto insurance, which is at $290. We have life insurance, which is at $38, and OnStar, which is at $16. So that's $344. Lifestyle. Lifestyle consists of streaming apps, my phone, my gym membership. So that's going to be a total of $240. Then for debt includes the car, which is $228. Then we have credit card number 1, which is $128. Nothing for credit card 2. For credit card, for credit card 2, it's $112. Nothing for credit card 3. Credit card 4 is $94. We have our student loans at $74. And then we have our miscellaneous at $15. And lastly, we have the extra debt of $38. So that's $689. We already said that for the envelope system, it's going to be $550. And I usually break down the envelope system and sinking funds when I do my income breakdown, so we don't have to worry about that. Sinking funds is $300. So we're going to put $3,353, and we're just going to calculate that and make sure we have our amounts right before we put our percentages, because we like to compare, and that is good. So $3,353. So there we go with that. So when it comes in for the percentages, simply what I do is just do 335 divided by $3,353, and that gives us 10. So I just put the little 10 here. And then we have, of course, 0 for savings. For the housing, we have 27. For insurance, we have 10. For lifestyle, we have 7. For debt, we have 21%. For the envelope system, is 16. And then for sinking funds, we have 9. And we just calculate that and make sure the numbers is right. And that is right. So what does it look like? It looks like this month 27% of our income is going to housing. And of course, we're not sending anything to savings, but the next is lifestyle. So we're not having too much fun going on. We're living and not living in the same breath. Okay. All right. So this is how I set up my monthly budget. Yeah, it's gonna be tight, y'all. We're gonna figure it out. We ain't gonna get discouraged, and we're going to channel our inner peace. That's how we're gonna keep everything right. We're gonna channel our inner peace because we want to create peace in the world and not be part of the chaos. All right, y'all. In the meantime, in between time,